Hey folks, Jimmy here, aka Palo the Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the latest issue of Warhammer 40k Imperium magazine. Now, as per usual with all these videos, if you like them, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course drop us a comment down below. I love hearing back from you guys and it goes a massive way to helping the channel too. Now, this week we're on issue 76 of Imperium magazine, and we get our pretty cool Space Marine Invader ATV as our mini. So, across a large normal size sprue and a half sprue. Pretty cool. So, obviously, these have a couple of build options as well, so you do have a couple of different weapons you can choose if you want to. And we'll go through that in a sec. But, I kind of like this unit. It's a bit different, it's a bit quirky. A bit more unique as well. Very much like the Outriders in a lot of ways, in how kind of it looks, as you can tell from the image here. But yeah, dead easy, and a nice fast attacking unit as well. So if you're a Space Marine player, this is definitely a cool unit for you. Now, into the issue itself. First off, we are greeted of course by the Invader ATV, the swift moving scout unit. So, Space Marine strike forces are designed to hit hard and fast, allowing their foe little time to react. Invader ATVs are often deployed to scout, outflank and harass the enemy, disrupting enemy positions and allowing the rest of their battle brothers to complete a swift victory. So, obviously as per usual with all of these type of pages, they give us the war gear that is kind of unique in a way to whatever the item is. And this time it is of course the Invader ATV, which has its enhanced Vox array antenna, which is designed so they can communicate on scouting missions from deep within the enemy lines straight back to HQ over good vast distances, and as clear as communication could be possible in the 41st millennium. So pretty useful information there for you. They also do have a couple of weapons, as I've said. You can use the Onslaught Gatling Cannon, which is a multi-barreled rotary weapon, just like your normal high power, high velocity, good old Gatling gun. They're pretty cool. I kind of like it. I think it looks worthwhile. Or if you don't want that, you could have a multi-melter, which of course fires superheated energy at enemies. So it's kind of more designed for just general kind of pushing out heat damage more than anything, so probably a little bit more better towards kind of weak infantry more than anything, and kind of burning them away and stuff like that. It's up to you which one you want to go for. The idea with this one, I don't think you would be able to do what you can do with some models, where you could kind of set it up so you have both. I don't believe you can with this one. Maybe you can. You might be able to get away with it with a bit of magnetisation, and kind of so you can swap it out as and when you want. Entirely up to you if you want to give that a try, but it doesn't look like it's completely possible, so why not give it a shot. On the other page, of course, as per usual, give it its battle record, so you can name the ATV, you can give them their crew honours, you can name your driver, your gunner, and even your Gatling cannon. It doesn't give you any name choices for the multi-melter, because the magazine wants you to build it with that Gatling cannon. Now, the other thing that you could do, if you so wish to choose to, with the other weapon, if you only have one, you could always utilise the other weapon as part of an objective marker, or even you could, if you feel adventurous, fashion your own kind of unique terrain and use it as a barricade, and a weapon that's mounted on a barricade as an ad hoc weapon. So entirely up to you, but why not give it a try. Then moving forward, we get information about one of the other factions from the 41st millennium, the Chaos Demons of Tzeentch. So Tzeentch, if you are unaware, is the chaos god of magic and trickery and much more. So the Demons of Tzeentch are very much kind of surrounded in that, and having their kind of magic, and yeah. So obviously with Tzeentch, if you are a fan of Age of Sigmar, you'll know that they have pretty much exactly the same units. So you do have your horrors, so these will have like pink and blue horrors and stuff like that, and they are a little bit different. They are weird, they're a little bit rubbery, humanoid, odd, with big massive mouths, kind of like squigs in a way, but only not as funny and quirky as Squigs, in all honesty. You have your Heralds of Tzeentch, so these can include Fate Weavers, they can include Screamers, Fluxmasters, and even many form and large pink horrors and much more, flying upon demon discs. And then there are the bigger demons, the Lords of Change. So these are your greater demons of Tzeentch. So these are avian-like, so very bird-like in a lot of ways. They are pretty damn cool. There is the main most powerful Lord of Change, Kairos Fate Weaver, who has the ability to predict all that is to come, whilst also knowing all that has already transpired. And a master strategist that has been gifted by Tzeentch with the ability to wield warp powers, the like of which no mortal could manage. Obviously, being a demon, he's immortal, so yeah, why not? Then we move on. We have one of the heroes from within the 41st millennium. This is Lieutenant Neos. So, the Sword of the Fourth. Lieutenant Archon Neos has earned a reputation as the greatest swordsman in the Silver Templars' Fourth Company. Dozens of battles have been ended by a single thrust from his relic blade. So, Archon Neos began his life as the son of a minor lord from one of Novaris' many warring kingdoms. As a chapter aspirant, he was considered unlikely to survive initiation due to his small stature. However, his sheer force of will and skill at arms soon set him apart from his kin. As one of the first native Novarians to ascend to the Brotherhood, Neos fought hard to prove himself to those of Terran descent. In the wake of the Great Rift, the Silver Templars were engaged in dozens of conflicts, and Neos' talent for leadership soon saw him promoted through the ranks to replace fallen brothers. And obviously he became then Lieutenant Neos, so really cool stuff. On the other page we get information about Lampros Hekaton, the Grand Oathkeeper. So the Silver Templars place great emphasis upon honour and ritual. An oath once sworn must be fulfilled. It is the task of a Grand Oathkeeper to record these sworn promises in the chapter's records, ensure they are fulfilled, and to honour those who die in the course of completing their task. So, as a Grand Oathkeeper, Lampros Hekaton is the most senior member of the Silver Templars' reclusism, and he has served the chapter since its inception. His most important duty is to oversee the sword oaths sworn by prospective members of the First Company. So the sword oath obviously being one of the oaths that can be taken by First, and until they move on. So, but he also has one of the coolest armors, I'm not going to lie. I like the the skeletal armor, I like the skeletal mask and helm. I like the the rib cage style armor as well, which looks really cool, especially under all them robes and stuff like that. It just makes it look different, it makes it stand out, it makes it look cool. Yeah, definitely one of my favourites Space Marine minis, in all honesty. Then we get information about one of the war zones for Sanctus Wall. Obviously, since having relieved Daravar, Harkon World Claimers forces have focused their attention upon the Sanctus Wall, which is a line of fortified Imperial systems situated along the Lathmun Gauntlet, and the Black Legion has sought to overwhelm and destroy these systems one by one. So, the World Claimer's conquest of Lathmun Gauntlet needs to be completed, and obviously he's going to focus on the Sanctus Wall. To destroy the Sanctus Wall will be to help improve their standing and their control over the Lathmun Gauntlet. But yeah, really good stuff, and quite interesting to read through as well. I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit of lore that I didn't know, because I don't know a lot of 40k lore, but it's a pretty decent one as well, so pretty good stuff. So have a good read of that if you like your lore. Then we have our head build guide. It's relatively simple, I'm not going to lie to you. It's entirely up to you if you want to paint some of these parts up before gluing them together, or after you want to glue them together. With some parts, I'm not going to lie, with the control panels over your your driver, so just here, it might be worth painting a lot of that up before you mount the body of the driver, and painting them up separately in those ways, because then you can get into all them details. Some of them you're not going to see, but I'm not going to lie, I'm one of these people. I love to paint up detail, even if you can't see it. And I do enjoy doing it. I've painted the inside of rhinos before and then glued the door shut, because then I know it's painted. So it's kind of a little thing for myself more than anything. I think more than I like to admit. But yeah, really, really good stuff. Anyway, moving forward, obviously very easy to build up after that. Straightforward, you can't go wrong. Up to you if you're having the multi-melter or the good old Gatling cannon. If you're having either though, the downside is you have to fit that plate over the top of it, which can be a little bit cumbersome, especially with kind of changing it if you're going to try and have both weapons and just change it out as we want. If you want both weapons, it might be worth just having two. Get two issues, why not? Just because you can, if you can. The how to paint guide, very, very simple, pretty easy. Very straightforward, so very much like your Outriders, so you can do it the same way as that, and you won't go wrong, in all honesty, and it will look pretty good, look pretty nice as well. So entirely up to you how you want to go about doing it though. Then we get obviously your normal data sheet for it, so your movement range, how each weapon will work, and much more. So yeah, pretty decent, not bad. And then, of course, you got your tutorial how to utilise your heavy weapons and big guns that never tire, but are pretty damn cool and pretty handy to have. Then, moving on, we have our battle for the week, which is control nodes, 75 power, pick your sides, pick your army, have a bit of fun, and you won't go wrong. But yeah, really, really good stuff with that one. It looks like a pretty decent battle as well. Not had a chance to try it, but looks pretty damn good. And then, moving on. Next week and the week after are parts 1 and 2 of our Necron Command Barge. Now, this is one of the coolest units that you're going to get from the Necrons. I kind of like it. You can have it as a Command Barge, you can make the Annihilation Barge, entirely up to you. Your choice. They want you to have it as a Command Barge. So it is definitely your choice. So if you're a Necron player, 2 copies is definitely going to be enough, so you can have one of each, but as I say, it is always your choice, so have a bit of fun with it. I'm going to get just one copy. I'm not going to focus on Necrons, and I am going to build it as a Command Barge just because I like to be awkward, so why not. But anyway, thank you very, very much for watching this video, and I'll see you very, very soon with more videos, in all honesty. So yeah, really good stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.